So today, I've decided to Nuzlocke a fan-made Pokemon game by the name of Pokemon Xenoverse. Now, this isn't a ROM, but a full-made fan game with its own region, Pokemon, and to top it off, a new Pokemon type, Sound, as well as a few other things, but I'll go into further detail when those things come up. But first, it's time to beg. That's right, if you aren't subscribed, which chances are you aren't, seeing that my current subscriber count is 19, hit that little button down below. It would really help me out. And if you want to be notified when I upload, hit the bell too. Oh, like button, hit that as well. It would help me grow my ego. So thanks. Now, back to the content you clicked on this video for. Now we start this run off with a choice, boy or girl, and what my name will be to a lesser degree. Clearly I went with girl and picked the one I normally go with when I play a female character, Rose. We wake up to our dad taking us around the property, looking at Miltank, ponds, and that's actually it. I guess we do visit a grave, but that doesn't matter. We hear a loud crash and we run to investigate. There we find 3 Pokeballs, which contain our starters. Now these are our 3 choices: the Grass Fairy Shyleon, the Fire Sound Trishout, hey, look, it's the type I was talking about, and the Water Dragon Shulong. For sound type, you saw a chart up briefly at the start, but here's a closer look. In the end, I choose to go with Trishout, and our journey began with us witnessing what seems to be our father's death. But this is all big bait, cause guess what? It was all a dream. Psych again, our mom tells us that it actually did happen? RIP Dad, knew you for like 20 seconds. We say some cringe shit and get grounded, so we jump out of a window to avoid the matriarchy that is our house, naturally. And finally, we get to name our starter, so I decided to go with Raptor. Yeah, I know, how generic. Walking around, we find the local grandma to get some free Pokeballs, because apparently in this world, grandmas give those out instead of candy. We run into a static Weedle for the catching tutorial, and now the run can officially begin as we approach the exit for the ranch. But first, we battle. Our own mother, stepping in our path to glory and being absolutely no challenge for us. We easily wipe the floor with her, so during this time, I'm instead going to tell you the basic rules for this run. First, I can only catch the first Pokemon I get for any route. This can't be trade, static, or a duplicate Pokemon. This includes regional variants. 2, I have to nickname every Pokemon caught, no exception. 3, if a Pokemon faints, it's dead. No revival, no coming back. Quick note, I will be playing these runs in set mode. Now, with the basics out of the way, our journey can truly begin. And with that, we get our first encounter on the farm. A Yemen. I decide to name it Normie. Yeah, I get it. I'm bad with names, but don't worry, this one's short-lived anyways, since I decided to try to push for a kill on a Cricketune that was using Bide. After that mistake, I reflect on my rather dumb choices, and we progress to Route 1, where I catch the GOAT of this specific run. Specs, the Spark Owl. This little guy will carry a run for the foreseeable future. Next, I decided to do some grinding in order to raise my level before progressing in the story. So, here's that. With that grinding session complete, we enter town to see a blaze. Something set the town on fire. I don't really care what, but this dude here has a Suicune. And from what I can tell, he's the professor of the region. He knows our dad, so I guess that means we need to help him catch the Pokemon who started the fire? Anyways, he sends us to the beach so that way we can get another encounter. And there, we catch Strings the Bremend. With 3 mons on our team, I grinded up once more since I don't trust myself to play very well. and it brought the team up just a little bit more. Finally making our way to the beach, Aster makes a quick snide remark about how slow I am, and forces me to battle the mysterious Pokemon, with a cool little art piece to start off the battle. It's an Elekid X, this game's version of a regional variant and a boss mod. It has 2 health bars, and it is catchable as long as it has no extra health bars, but seeing as we have an encounter for this route, it has to die. I'm skipping past this battle since it's a tutorial into X Pokemon and boss battles as a whole, so it's just really boring. With the Elekid dead, we now have free reign to fight the gym leader. So, we enter the gym and are immediately met with tall grass. Sweet, new encounter. Which I proceed to kill. Off to grind then. Once at a suitable level, I make my way through the maze, and I meet the gym leader Basil, the man who has a spirit tomb for his ace. This is fine. I'm good. There's nothing wrong here. The battle starts off with him opening with a Morlul and us going for a babble, dealing 2/3 of its HP, and it hitting an absorb for a pitiful amount of damage. Next turn, he heals with a potion, making us take an extra turn to kill this thing. But now comes the hard part. Spirit Tomb X, the Demon Stump, rears its face, so we hit it with an Ember. That really doesn't do that much compared to the absolute bus we get hit by. So I decide to go for a swap / possible sacrifice. Strings joins the fray in hope of getting some damage off and a paralysis, but things don't do so well. When turn 2 comes up, Spirit Tomb gets off a grass knot that deals over 2/3 of her health, killing Strings. With that, we swap into Specs and paralyze the Demon Stump. We use Peck to get in some quick damage once again, and before it dies, it decides to put the Fear of God into me, when it nearly kills Specs. Way too close for comfort. The battle's over, so we collect the root badge and get the TM for Grass Knot. Thanks, Basil. We walk out of the gym, only for Aster to tell us we need to do a fetch quest for him, which leads us back to the beach. We find a small boat and hop on to make our way to Proxim Island to grab a prototype of the Xenoball. We talk to Aster and let him know the prototype and the regular Xenoball are the same thing, and he gets a little mad. I mean, I do the same thing, so I get it, but I'm not sticking around for the aftermath, so I get on the next boat out of town. Now on the boat, I use burglary and looting in order to pass time until I'm caught by this sickly looking fellow who hands me what I'm pretty sure are his own meds and tells us to give these to the captain. While we learn the art of dealing drugs, the boat gets attacked by Pokemon and sinks. Through the power of plot armor, we somehow survive and end up on some creepy-ass island, which means it's a new route and a new encounter. A Morlul we named Shrooms. He doesn't last. On a positive note, Specs evolves. Wandering through the forest, I think we enter a new area and get an illegal catch, which I don't realize is illegal until later. We name a mannequin. Stumbling around on the beach, we see an injured Lapras. I try to send it off peacefully with whatever drugs sick guy gave me, but once again, plot armor kicks in, and I end up healing it. As a thank you, it gives us a ride to the boat, for whatever reason. Now on the boat, we see that the caged Zubats have escaped, so I catch one, we slap a name on it, Echo? I don't know. And we add it to the team. More walking until I feel an ominous aura, so I ignore all sense of reasonable thought and walk right on in.
Oh,
Upon entering, I'm met with the consequences of my actions. Surprising. A boss Sharpedo X. And this battle could have gone better. And so, the battle begins. We lead off with Specs, and we try paralyzing it. Before we can do anything, it gets off an Aqua Jet, which deals half of Specs' health. And I instantly know this battle is going to require some sacrifices. With the health I get back from the Citrus Berry, I decide I can go in and survive another Aqua Jet, so I decide to go with Thundershock. Sharpedo goes for a quick Phantom Force, and I'm thinking that if I heal, I can at least live the next hit and see what else it's got. I was very wrong. With Specs down, I begin to panic, and I think of what I can use to kill this thing, and I go to Raptor, forgetting that he's a fire type since sound is good against water. The Sharpedo goes for a Confuse Ray, and I get a little cocky thinking Paralysis is going to kick in at any point, and I stay in when he's using Phantom Force. This gamble of mine doesn't pay off, and Raptor dies as well. Great. It's at this point that I realize Anakin has water compaction, and I could probably bait out a couple water moves, so I go into him. With Anakin in, I just spam Astonish and finish off the battle with 2 deaths. After sulking for a little bit, I decide it's time to get the hell off this boat when Taraxo's ghost shows up, too. Oh, wait, he's just normally that pale. He evacs us from the wreck and takes us to his place? Does he know that we're underage? Stepping outside to find out where the hell we are, Taraxo stops us. Apparently we need to pay for the teleportation by helping this kid find his Pokemon. I take the only lead this kid has given us and decide to adventure in the Zero Cave in order to find his Pokemon. I make my way into the Zero Cave and realize I can get a new encounter. Speaking of which, look, an Onix. I name it Stone. Me smart. Cut to an entirely new day with our team strengthened up a bit to make me feel a bit more comfortable when progressing through the cave, when we tackle the basic puzzles, and are met by the Team Rocket wannabes. We have to fight Min and Mun in order to get the dog back, but before I can defeat them, they make sure to take Echo with them. The Rocket twins are defeated, so we grab the dog and give it back to its irresponsible owner. And for our reward, we get Rock Smash, just without the TM. We use Rock Smash to get into a new area, and it's here that I find out that Anakin is an illegal catch. As payment for him getting us this far in the run, I decide to use him as bait in order to catch a new Mon on the route. We get a Cubchoo, and I name it Arctic, after someone in the chat. And here I mess up. I stopped paying attention to the game and was reading chat when I walked forward into a random trainer battle, while my team was weak. In the battle, I accidentally switch in Arctics on a rollout and he dies. Stone struggles to do any real damage and eventually goes down to Hail. With the whiteout screen popping up, we lose the run. Hey, thanks for watching the video. If you want to see how more of these runs end, come check out on my Twitch, link in the description. Special thanks to Smallant, Ludwig, and AlphaRad for the inspiration on how to edit this, since I basically did one of their videos, minus all the skills. So, that's it. No, like, literally, there's no extra bits here. The video's just over. It's done. There's nothing else. Why are you still here? Click off the video. Go watch something else. Go. You're free.